train backwards.
It feels weird.
Yeah.
Feels like we're on Thunder Road at Carowinds a little bit. Minus the big drops.
Yeah. Alright, so this is why we're going backwards. We started here in Nagoya, and we're meeting up there. Gifu. And then we're going off to the right. So we're actually going to go backwards up here, attach onto another train, and then start going the correct way when we start going to the east. So we'll get where we're going. Let me get some more trains.
Yeah. We got off at Gujo, I don't know how you say it, station back there. And I don't think we really meant to do that, but we're in some random place. Not very much English around, except for the hotels. There's signs to say it.
Yeah, we hope to get some lunch here, but
it appears everything is closed.
just for dinner, it seems like.
Yes.
Most places. Everything that we went to is closed. They do have a golden ram over there. Gotta showcase that guy off.
I don't know how to zoom in.
The gold ram to cry.
Oop, wrong way. There we go. Yeah, golden ram.
There's a rice paddy. That's really cool. Look at that. Alright, so we had a crazy trip and we finally figured out where we're going, but we have no clue where we are. Like, we went so many different ways on this bus and everyone was really, really helpful, but I don't know where we are. You wanna hold the camera and get me for once?
Yep.
So last videos you guys saw, we were on the train, and we were on this tiny little train, and we got off at this train station, and there was these other guys that were obviously tourists as well. They were probably Japanese, I think. Anyways.
Either Japanese or Chinese, I couldn't tell.
Yeah, you could kind of communicate with people, but it didn't seem like it was very fluid. Anyway, so they were trying to be nice to us and kind of help us out and ask where we were going.
They gave us candy.
Yeah, they gave us candy. They were really, really good people. And I still didn't know what was going on. I was just going to try to follow somebody else. And
turns out they were
my phone
going
doesn't
somewhere
work
else.
anymore, so I don't have any Wi-Fi. I don't know where I am. I can't really locate myself on a map, but I did print things out ahead of time because I wanted to come prepared so I can kind of get there. But we said the blue bus, which is what we're going to take, is going to be the shortest route. And it looks like we went all over the place.
Yeah.
If that's the shortest route. That's really going to be a far drive or a far walk. But everything's paved. I mean, there's all sidewalks everywhere we went.
Yeah.
So, this is where we're staying.
That's where we're staying?
That's where we're staying.
Wow.
Anyway, so lots of communication errors. Didn't know. I felt comfortable that we were going to get here, somewhere around here.
Yeah. Because we can at least point. Sorry, the thing is ending. I don't want to get hit by a car.
Alright, I may have looked up at one point in the train station. There were like 200 spiders hanging from the ceiling in that train station.
Oh my god, that was like my nightmare.
And it was like, get me out of here. But this place looks like it's really, really big.
Yeah.
It's bigger than I thought it was going to be. I suspect it's going to be small.
Yeah. Nope.
Anyways, it's not raining. That's a plus. And so
I think we're here.
We've made it to our room. It was another weird interaction with people. They were very nice, kind. Our room looks fine. It's bigger than our last room, actually. It doesn't have that weird turn. Private bathroom.
Desk. Our TV. Bathroom.
What was I supposed to say?
Let's just zoom in on that for a second.
Sanitized.
Yep.
Right.
We gotta figure out the air conditioning situation. I guess that's our closet. Hi. Hair is crazy.
Oh, we made it.
We rode the bus with a bunch of school kids, by the way. That was interesting.
Yeah. A couple times. The train was...
The train.
The yellow hat.
The little train.
Red backpack.
Oh, they were so cute.
Yeah, they were awesome.
Kawaii.
They were like, these guys look weird. They're white.
Pretty much were they.
So a little update. My phone doesn't have service for whatever reason. So we're starting it. But Amanda's phone, we found, does have service. Thank goodness. And so now we can kind of get to where we're going, get back to where we are.
I hope so.
I don't know how to read the bus stations and things like that, but that would be the easiest way to get to where we need to go. But we're still like a 30-minute walk from where the festival is. The festival doesn't start till 8, and it is 5:30. So we get there at 6 and eat. Then I realized that we have this, which, if you can't tell what it is, I don't blame you. This used to be a muffin, not too long ago. Now it is a squished up muffin. Pancake muffin. So it should be good. About the same because it's not as dark. Oh, it's the wrong place. There it is. So you can see the castle overlooking the town, the castle town. It looks much cooler at night. It's nighttime, but it's not dark on camera. There's lights on the bottom of it that are like shooting up towards the top. Maybe when it gets darker you can see it a little better. You can kind of see the lights on it overlooking where we are. It's really cool. We've just been walking down this pathway from our hotel, hoping that we can get back in and that they don't shut things down
It's so quiet.
and get locked out. It's not really raining anymore, is it now? Oh. Wow. Nice. Ready? The tunnel we go into. I don't know where to go around this place, so we just been walking around. But since there's no cars coming, obviously, we'll do a little walk and talk. God, I keep walking into stuff. I feel like, God. Alright, so we're in the tunnel. That was really cool. That was really, really awesome, I think. Hopefully we got some good video. Uh-oh. Here comes somebody.
Something really loud.
Just like one single car. And it sounds like a train is coming down this way.
Yep.
It sounds like we're getting ready to die. I'm sure it sounds loud here. I'm sure it sounds loud on the mic and stuff. There's just one car, I'm sure. Right, so we are chilling in our bed. I just got out of the shower. They gave us these robes on the bed, like so, very nicely. And I took a shower and decided to put one on because I felt like it would be the right thing to do. So I did it. So we had to get a Takumen service, which is a service which will take your luggage and bring it to your next location. And actually the symbol for it's really, really cute. It's like a mom cat holding a little kitten in its mouth. So sort of in that same way, it carries your luggage to your next location. And so we told them yesterday to send it to Kyoto, and we would just backpack up to Gujō-Hachiman. So we got that figured out. It was a little bit awkward at first, but the lady was nice enough to kind of get most of that done for us, and I really appreciated that. And so we started out today, we left, checked out, and so we got to Shinagawa, and there we had to figure out how to book a Shinkansen because we didn't really know. We knew we could use our pass for it, and but we wanted to reserve our seat so we could potentially like, sit beside each other, maybe have more room. But it got us to Nagoya, and then from Nagoya, so we got on the train to Minuta, and so you saw some of the video from Minota. I kind of wanted to explore the town a little bit more. When I was hungry, I wanted to get to the next town and eat, because when we were in the Minota, obviously we couldn't find a place to eat. And so there was like a random place that some guy invited us in. Anyways, we got coffee and like tiny crumpets. And that was it. And that was our lunch. And then I guess you saw the...
Well, I don't think I really know what a crumpet is.
I don't know, it might not be a crumpet. I don't know what... If something was
Crumpet
a crumpet...
seems like an appropriate
yeah.
word for what we ate.
If there was a crumpet, that was it. It was like 2:30.
Yeah.
3. So we traveled since like 9:30 to 2:30 or 3-ish. Then the difficult part was trying to figure out how to get to Gujō-Hachiman. We had to ask someone in the information center. They didn't speak English at all. They gave us this. This is where we started just accumulating a bunch of stuff, because we were like, whatever we can get that can help us find the place will be awesome. So they gave us this, and she pointed to Gujō-Hachiman, and she said, "You're going here." And I was like, "Yeah, we're going there. We're going to Gujō-Hachiman." And then she said, she pointed to this, and then she pointed to that, and I didn't really know what that meant. I assumed that's when it was leaving, but it didn't really tell me like where it was going at all. So if you open it up, and I had to circle all these things on here, so we actually had to go on, use our phones, and figure out what Minota was, and then what Gujō-Hachiman was in, like, I guess it's like a combination of their 2 or 3 different alphabets. And we figured out on the train where we were going, and so then when we figured out that this was Gujō-Hachiman, we marked it on the map right here, and as we went along to each station, we figured out this is where we had started. We marked off each station so we didn't miss it, because this one wasn't in English at all. There was no English on the train. It was just, you had to wait around to listen for Gujō-Hachiman.
And look at the signs.
Yeah, look at the signs. Now there was some like English or Roman characters on the signs, some of the signs, so you could pronounce it. Anyway, so then we got to the train station. You saw the train station, and here there's nothing happening. Like how do I get to the next place?
No people, no taxis.
Yeah.
There's some buses coming, but you have no idea where the buses are going.
But there's a sign that says you can call a taxi, and at some point I was like, maybe we just need to call a taxi. But we had met these other people that were traveling. What was really cool about that was we got there and we were searching, trying to figure out what we were doing, and then the other guy, you know, he and his wife asked us what we were doing, and we tried to communicate where we were going and where we needed to get to. And he was really trying to be very helpful, and he was trying to say the buses come every hour. They come at 15 minutes past the hour and 45 minutes past the hour, but it just kind of came off to me as like they're coming in 45 minutes, they're coming in an hour, like what they're going to be here in an hour. There's two buses. There's also like a red bus and a blue bus, and there's also these mini buses. And he took the mini bus. He had talked to the station master, and the station master ended up talking to us, and he was really nice too, trying to help us. He was very helpful. He gave us more pamphlets. So we accumulated, I mean, he gave us one in English, which honestly wasn't very helpful. We had this one in Japanese that we got from Minuta. And then we got this, which just showed you like a couple other things that we tried to use to get here. Because at that point I think our phones, I couldn't get access to my phone like at all. And so I was just having to use stuff. And the stuff I had printed out wasn't super helpful. I had the address to the hotel we're going to stay at, and that was about it. The station master had talked to that guy, tried to tell the guy on the bus to get me to help me get to my location. And it sounds like I don't know what happened, maybe he just couldn't, that wasn't on his route or something. But then they were like, okay, well let's come back here, and the station master was like, come back this way, and I couldn't tell what he was doing. He was saying go,
because he was
go, if he was saying go or come.
Because he was kind of...
He was going like this, and I was like, what does that mean? So anyways, so we followed him back, and he said, take the blue train.
You mean bus?
Bus, yeah, the bus. Then a blue bus came, and we talked to the guy, asked him if he was going to go there. He didn't speak any English either. Like, we are out in, like, no one knows anything I'm saying.
Nope.
Because when we got to the hotel, we eventually got to the hotel on that blue bus. I still don't think it was the right bus, because we went all the way around, and it was supposed to go directly to the place, kind of. Anyway, so we got there. So on our way to go look for the festival, we didn't have any food all day. Everything seemed to be closed still. And we finally found a place that had like coffee, and they had like a plastic food display of ice cream. So we had ice cream. But I chose the ice cream that had the most fruit in it. And then we both decided to get that, so just because it was at least fruit and red bean paste. But it's cool inside there, like the what do they have on the ceiling?
Old Japanese
oh
movies.
Yeah, old samurai
inside,
movies.
Yeah,
samurai movies. And
exposed beams on the ceiling.
They had like a light, lights that flash around here seem to indicate that the store is open. So I took a picture of the plastic food, and I just went to her and I said, hey, I want this. He says, you want to? Yeah.
Yep.
That worked. And they went to the festival, and the festival was good.
Yeah. And then we got some yakitori.
Yeah, we did get some yakitori. They had some street food stalls out there.
The guy was at least able to tell us, like, chicken, pork skin, liver, that kind of stuff. That was helpful. That was the little bit of English we got out of some people.
I had to pay cash, or I didn't have to pay cash here for the hotel, but I ended up doing it. And then regretting it, because now we only have like the equivalent of, or before the festival, equivalent of like $60. But that'll get us back to Kyoto, where we can get more money and exchange it.
Fingers crossed.
So one more thing is, most of the beds here are like, you plug the bed into the wall, at least in the hotels that we've been at, and it has the time, it has like an alarm clock on the bed, has a switch for like the room lights, volume, light, levels. So we showed you in the last hotel that you had to throw that thing in to the wall to get the lights to turn on. This one is like a big blue bar. Like, there's no way you're gonna steal that thing, I guess. Tiny tube of toothpaste and a toothbrush. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it does. So here's our light in this room. One light. Another light. There's two lights for the two different settings. Alright, we're walking back from our hotel. Oh, and everything's kind of foggy this morning. Pretty cool around. We're kind of surrounded by mountains everywhere where we are. I don't know how well we got to see yesterday. Oh, there's Amanda. Some kind of scene that they have like a design on it.
You can see the blocks.
Yeah, yeah. But I made an effort to make it look nice for people, I guess. We walk down this pathway here, and it's really cool. You just kind of walk along the water, and it's really, really neat. There's some koi in this pond. Hopefully we'll see some. There's an orange and white one a second ago. It's huge. Is that it? Oh, this one. But where did the orange one go? This guy's just chilling, man. I'm gonna just stay right here. Really cool. It's really cool. Yeah, there are a lot of them. Oh. Hiyo. So big, good gosh, give me food. Wow, it was huge. Oh yeah, that one's real looking too. So we are walking across Gujō-Hachiman. Just wanted to kind of show this little bridge. That's all, no big deal. Goes back over the water. All the bridges are really, really cool. From the bridge, there's the station over there. This is really cool. Nice steps. Rock. Zoom in again. There's a little shrine over there too. There's shrines all over the place though. Wherever you want to go. There's a shrine. This place is really neat. Here we are. There's the Gujō-Hachiman. It's like there's one of their temples, maybe? There's a parking lot here. It's a little bit different than the other places. No big deal. Oh, look at that tree. That's crazy looking. standing at the entrance of the castle, kind of zooming out. Big street down that way. That's where we just walked from. That's one of the buses. It's the blue bus.
Finally figured out the blue bus.
Yep, but it's not coming for another hour. But I think we can take the red bus and be alright. What I understand. Gosh, these trees, man, they're just like really cool. And Shinkansen. Right, it's been back from Nagoya. And then the Shinkansen goes to Kyoto. Yeah, Minuta, that train takes forever. Minuta train takes an hour to go like no far, like nowhere. The waterways. There's some that we haven't seen yet that they use. They're a little bit deeper than this. And they have slots in them right there. These don't. And they'll stop the water to wash stuff. Alright, so we got some breakfast this morning. We got some dried fruit. This is dried cantaloupe, which Amanda's gonna try. It's a good sign. And then we got some like these are pretzels or something. Not exactly sure. But they look good. Great breakfast meal. Equivalent to a donut, I'd say. But it's okay. How's
or
the
a candy bar.
Or a candy bar. Well, I like donut. Makes me feel a little better. Because it seems like a breakfast food. Here we are at the bus station. We're gonna go take one more walk and come back here and head on out to the station. Alright, my turn. Ooh, you alright there, pal? What you doing there?
Stop it.
Here, watch him.
You're not even getting my drink to try to help me. Nothing.
I got you a drink earlier.
No, I meant like my drink is in your backpack.
Oh, I didn't know what you wanted. Sorry, pal. You're not even holding the camera.
But I'm eating a fruit.
Fruit.
This is what happens if you starve me.
Hey, camera. Alright. Just gonna hold it so you can get a better grip. Alright. I'm gonna try this guy right here. What should I go for? I'll go for the top. Let's take a pretzel.
Sounds crunchy.
Kind of like a pretzel. Awesome though. That's some good food. That's awesome. Try it. So this is a vending machine that has, so right here you have like a normal vending machine. You see these more frequently than other ones. Different than the things you would find in Tokyo. Tokyo you always have like a coffee boss or boss coffee or whatever. I don't know if you've ever seen any of those before actually.
Just different brands.
Yeah. Then this is what I'm really excited about. So this one, if you look in here, all the plastic food items, they have ice in them. You see the ice in there? You see them all?
Nice.
So, I think, I haven't used one of these yet, but I think the way it works is, put your cash in, 20, actually they should light up, and then, ooh, now I'm faced with a decision, and I want ice, and I'm not sure which one to pick. I assume that one means ice. Let's see, I could be wrong. Maybe getting another one. Cup.
Can't really see it.
There's the ice, and there goes
Filling up.
some water. Oh, good? Does that mean it's good?
I have no idea.
I guess you press on the button just to see. Okay. Well, I just reach in and grab it out.
Sure.
Ah. Ta-da!
Sugoi.
Sugoi. Oishii. Sabrina's got an interesting snack. She found it on the ground a second ago.
That sounded like such a Jay Perkins joke.
So I'm not sure
I put my mouth on that.
what that looks like, but
It's questionable.
it's questionable. Dang, sounds crunchy. Must have been constipated. That thing looks like a really nice turkey. You're chomping.